Right, Joe, I think that was a long time coming, wasn't it? Big 3 points against a team that a lot of people would actually fancy to get out of this league.
Yeah, certainly here as well. The Gasheads have been superb in recent weeks, and again today, they deserve that. And I think, the players wanted to give, the fans something to really grasp onto, and certainly, in large periods of that game today, I thought the lads were excellent.
The ball goes up, it shows 8 minutes. Obviously, everyone's back of the mind goes to last week. Have you worked on things during the week to actually address that?
No. It's tough. It's that end of the game. Crazy things happen. You've seen there, even though they were down to 10, Peterborough, they launch a load of bodies forward, and they've got nothing to lose. So it's a very dangerous opponent that has absolutely nothing to lose. If we scored the second goal, then we seal the game. But also while it's at 1-0 and there's a live chance, the opposition are always dangerous. And as I say, I thought, last week's late goal led into a little bit of nervousness, and obviously the extra minutes going on, which were understandable this week due to the boy going off injured, and hopefully he's okay. But yeah, I think we're a young team, and we're learning all the time, and I think that'll go some way to giving us a lot of confidence going into the second half of the season.
Rovers' record against Peterborough is absolutely awful. I think bit by bit now we change that, and I think bit by bit you're changing the future of this club.
Well, that's what we came here for. I mean, I read a stat, I think this morning, last time Rovers beat, I think it was Rich from the BBC, last time Rovers beat Peterborough was the same week I got capped for England. Well, I got 2 caps for England that night, my first and my last. So, it was it's not something that I really factored in. It's not, the Gasheads will no doubt, have those little mementos and those, bogey teams or teams like playing against. But I think we've shown a number of times this season, we were already breaking barriers down. And again, Peterborough's, hold over the Gases, today that's been, shown to be slightly different in this new era of Bristol Rovers. And as I say, long may it continue.
I think during the week as well, there was a slightly tongue-in-cheek comment about Peterborough not having any of the top 2 strikers. I think when the free kick was, just on the edge of the box and JCH just come off the bench, used to play for Rovers, you could feel the nervousness around the ground.
Yeah, because he strikes a great ball. I was speaking to Jono before the game. He said, "You're saying I'm fat, aren't I?" So I had a little chuckle with him, and I wasn't. The thing for me is I just tell the truth. So just make observations on what I see, and sometimes that gets people's back up. But I absolutely believe in what I said. And if you watch the second half here, the young boy Marriott up there scored 2 against Salford midweek, and is a cracking player. He got sold last time out by Peterborough, I think, for £5 million to Derby. Obviously, Jono's scored lots of goals and been linked with everybody. But for me today, the best striker on the pitch by an absolute country mile was Josh Coburn. I mean, 19 years of age, playing with that level of maturity, and the only thing his performance missed today was a goal. But I thought he was sensational. And on the other side of that, you've got the main man, obviously Hazard, and the work he does. And again, they haven't come up with the goods today. It's Scott who's got that. But I thought, if you were looking at 2 to take, Jono and Marriott are our top strikers in the division, and Peterborough rightly sit, 3rd or 4th in the division, whatever, because of the firepower they've got. But also, we've got real quality, and I think Aaron and Josh today was superb. I haven't had to use today Harvey Saunders or John Marquis. Obviously, Lofties are about to come back into the fray. So, listen, things are looking good for the Gas, but we've got a lot of hard work out in front of us.
And just finally, you made 1 change today, but really it was a team that played so well in the second half against Fleetwood last week. How important is it to have that settled side?
I think the lads know they're competing hard now. We go into a cup game Wednesday and a cup game Sunday, and people will get that opportunity to show us what they can do. But the key for us is finding that stability, finding that continuity. You're looking at Ipswich today, go to Exeter and win, sitting first or second in the table. It's pretty much the same team that's played for them every single week. We didn't quite have the luxury of that due to the resources available in the first 10 games. We always knew, even in the midst of a kind of slow start, that we had proper players in the building. We had a real good team ethic building. obviously we lost a little bit of the momentum of the magnificent end to the campaign last year, but the lads have got the bit between the teeth again. I think they've showed in the last 7, 8, 9 games that level of consistency, level of performance. It hasn't always came with 3 points. It hasn't always came with a clean sheet. But I'm really, really pleased with that today. Clean sheet's massive for us, and I thought, we want to be a good team going forward. We've got to be very mean in the defensive area, and we all know, that we've got goals running throughout the team. And as I say, Scotty Sinclair comes up with the winner today, and I thought he was absolutely excellent, and what a great addition Scott was late in the winter.